Thank you for taking the time to look at this video before you come to the meeting tomorrow. I hope that it is a worthwhile lesson and a meeting which we can improve how we use the iPads at Calvary. This is an example of how you can implement a flipping event in your classroom, as well as a means by which we can effectively use our time after school on Thursday. I have many experiences of trying to teach a student to fish. Believe it or not, I actually taught a fishing class at Indian Lake. Yes, they got credit for learning how to fish and the science behind the fish. I know there has to be some explanation beforehand. They need to understand that the button or the trigger on the reel has to be held down. That you need to look around for people that you might hook. That you need to hold on to that button until it gets to about the 11 o'clock position and then just let it fly. But after all the explanation, sometimes you just have to let them do it. But wouldn't it be wonderful that when we send them off to do it, we could be behind them as a guide, just to help them individually. That is what flipping the classroom is all about. Let them hear the explanation or demos at home, then give them the one-on-one help doing the homework in the classroom. So, how much do you use your iPad? Has it become useful? What about email? You're pulling email? What about RenWeb? Are you working from your iPad on RenWeb? Do you use it for internet access or investigation, trying to find out what about a certain subject matter? Is it hard for your spouse or friends to use it because you're always on it? So, how much do your students use the iPads? Are you finding it difficult to see how the student could actually use the iPad? Are the things that you do in your lessons not conducive to using a resource like the iPad? Do you not know or are unaware of apps that might be useful to your classroom? Which apps have you used, or your students? There are a large number of apps that are on the iPads at this point in time. We have, I believe, over 60 different apps that we have included. We have a number of different Bible applications, calculators. We have news sources. We have Evernote, which is a note-taking device, allows you to move files from one spot to another spot, keeping them on the cloud. We have Dropbox, which also does the same thing. We have food apps, math possibilities, graphing capabilities. We have Office products that will allow you to create Office files. We have pop quizzes and information that might allow a student to give quick answers to things. We have Video Science app, which shows a huge source of video demonstrations that can be used not only to discuss a subject, but encourage students to actually physically build those same kind of demonstrations. We have resources that deal with history, geography. There are a lot of different apps on this system that have been made available, and we can put more on them. We are quickly moving towards textbooks that are available electronically off of a mobile device. It is very possible that your textbook is available via that medium. There are a number of advantages to having a textbook that is electronic and capable of updating it on a yearly basis. It does not fall apart. It does not tear up. It does not get lost, unless of course you lose your iPad, but even the program won't get lost. There are a lot of advantages to having electronic textbooks. File storage, I believe, is one of the most difficult concepts to understand and make work. This is a phenomena, or it's a concept that will not go away, and it will be utilized by our students for the rest of their lives. Not only is it file storage, but it's file conversion. Has this been a difficult concept to master, or do you need training on how to make it happen? This is two different problems. These are two different problems that I believe that we need to at least address before we leave the day. And that is simply do we allow students to make in-app purchases? And therefore allow them to control what is on the iPad. And the other problem, of course, is we have a filter, but it does not necessarily allow, it will filter kids here at the school system, but it is not accessible outside of our building. What do we do? We are very interested in trying to help you utilize the material that you have. We believe it's beneficial to you, to the students, and to the school. So, how can we help? What can we do? Give us some ideas. We'll try to put some things in place. Thanks.